What up, party people in the place? I am the Ruckus, and these are my toys. On deck and up next, we have Marvel's Sleepwalker from the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness Rintrah Build-A-Figure Wave. And it was, let me tell you a little story about the acquisition of this figure. Got it from Target. The Doctor Strange wave has been popping up in Targets all over the place. The one thing, though, is they haven't been popping up in waves, in case assortments. They've been solid cased and individually sent out randomly to different stores. So, in other words, what I'm saying is, I got this Sleepwalker. The only thing my store had were Sleepwalkers. You go to another Target, I've already seen somebody had a Wong. So, and that's all he had, and that leads me to believe that that's all that store got, so on and so forth, so that's going to make acquiring the entire wave a long and arduous task. You're going to have to get out there and try different stores. Hopefully you're in an area that has different stores in a certain radius, a travelable, I think I just made up that word, reasonable distance between one another. So when you go on your hunts, hopefully you're not in a place where all you have is one target for miles, for eons. Hopefully it's not like that. Other than that, the only thing I can suggest is if you've got the wave on pre-order, you're just going to have to be patient and wait for that. So, it is what it is when it comes to that. It's pretty wild that Target has begun doing that. But like I said, it is what it is. And what this is once again, this is Sleepwalker. And looking at his packaging, you can see it's the standard Marvel Legends packaging. It shows the accessories and the Build-A-Figure piece, as well as the figure. You see you've got Marvel Sleepwalker there at the bottom. Looking at the side, you have some artwork of Sleepwalker, which is repeated on the other side. And on the back, you've got that same artwork, only more spread out because it's the back. And below it, you've got the Build-A-Figure Rintrah, as well as all of the figures in this assortment that are needed to complete Rintrah. Doctor Strange is not needed to complete the Build-A-Figure. There is a read-up, and it is as follows. The Sleepwalker is the guardian of the mindscape, apprehending beings that invade the sleeping minds of humans. And turning it to the front, that bio is pretty descriptive, because that is what Sleepwalker does. Give me a little backstory on him for a minute. Sleepwalker is from what is known as the mindscape, and it's basically accessed through dreams. In order to get there, or for them to get there, we human beings are unaware of it, and he's part of a race, and they're known as the Sleepwalkers, basically because what they're really called can't be pronounced. Sleepwalker himself, his name is indiscernible, unpronounceable, so he's just known as Sleepwalker. And like I said, they come from a race of sleepwalkers. They are mindscape police, would be a good description for what they are. They police the mindscape for anything that is in there that will mess with the minds and dreams of humans. So having said that, and saying dreams, you can imagine that he probably has run into Nightmare a few times, the old Doctor Strange foe, and so he that's what he does. How he managed to get into, we'll call it the real world, is an enemy of his known as Cobweb. Get it, Cobweb. Tricked him into entering the mind of one Rick Sheridan. And that's how he ended up into the 616 primary universe. And that's how he ended up here. as far as some of his physical traits, he's 7 foot tall. He's like 7'1", I think. He's 7'1", and he weighs like 330 pounds. So I can tell you right away, just looking at him in the box, Hasbro may have dropped the ball on what buck to put Sleepwalker on. But we'll know more when we get him out. As far as his abilities, he's got super strength. It's unknown at what level. What is known, he has been shown to juggle cars with one hand, with one arm. So that's got to be something. He's pretty durable. He's taken punches from Hercules and gotten right back up. And as far as his offensive abilities outside of his strength, he has, I think it's called a dream vision. And what that does is he can look at something, and then through the power of his will, he can actually transform it into something else. So, he's basically, with his vision, he's got molecular rearranging powers. So that's pretty cool too. He's fast. Also with his vision, he's got excellent vision in terms of eyesight range. He could actually see, he can see bullets traveling, actually see the bullets traveling in the air. And and once again, I guess you can imagine, being from the Mindscape, he's pretty fast himself. So that's it about Sleepwalker. Let's get him out of the packaging and see what's up with him. Sleepwalker comes with the left leg to build Rintrah. As you can see, it is a cloven hoof there. So we'll set that aside, and hopefully we'll be able to acquire more pieces to build Rintrah and be able to do so expeditiously. We can only hope, huh? Sleepwalker also comes with an additional set of hands, open, kind of, they look like they would be reaching style hands. And that's really it. That's all the accessories that Sleepwalker comes with. So we've got Sleepwalker on the rotating platter there, so you can get a 360 view of him. And worst fears have been recognized, party people. They put Sleepwalker on Bucky Cap. You see it yourself. They put a 7 foot, 330 pound character on the Bucky Cap mold. The outgoing, the soon to be retired Bucky Cap mold. I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I really am. I mean, and I usually give Hasbro the benefit of the doubt, and I even defend them on occasions, because let's keep it a stack. They have given us some great product, especially this past year. 2021 was banging when it came to Marvel Legends figures. And but this right here, this is egregious right here. I'm sorry. They've got so many body molds that they could have used that were larger. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, come on, Hasbro. But anyway, I'm not going to riff about that. I know you all see what I'm seeing here. Let's get them off the table. I figured I'd get my size comparisons out of the way now, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That they could have used any number of larger bodies. You see on Sleepwalker's right, our left, we've got the new Captain Britain. And even though Captain Britain is in a 7-footer, he's bigger. You know, they don't always do the, it's not totally to that type of scale accurate. So he is big enough to play the 6'6" game. That's Captain Britain's height. And on the other side is Bishop, and he's 6'6". And you see who I've got behind Sleepwalker. I've got Warpath, and I've got him behind there because those of you that may think, nah, that would be too big for Sleepwalker, I already gave you Sleepy's stats. 7 feet tall, 331 pounds. James Proudstar, aka Warpath, is 7'2", 350. So that kind of leads me to believe that Sleepy should have been on Warpath's buck. But I digress. For GP, I threw in another one. Just I know my point has been made, but yeah, it's this is really bothering me. I mean, this, when you talk about inaccuracy, this is ridiculous. But yeah, you see I've got Omega Red from the Wolverine Amazon exclusive 5-pack that came out last year up there too. It's a repaint of the original one from the Sauron wave, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was from the Sauron wave. Anyway, whether it was or not, this is from that 5-pack, but you see the size of Omega Red. Omega Red is listed at 6'11". So, you know what I'm saying? The Sleepwalker is technically taller than he is. You know what I'm saying? And this is, it's unbelievable to me. It just is. But enough about that. Let's talk about what we do have in regards to Sleepwalker. So here we have Sleepwalker up close and personal, and as you can see, he is he's primarily 3 colors, 4 if you include his red eyes. His skin is green. The rest of his body is molded in blue, and of course his gloves and his cape and his hood are purple. Taking a closer look at him, the head is you see he's got the hood on, and one thing I already found out off camera is you can't take the head out of the hood if you wanted to, which it seems to be glued in there. It may be able to come out. It seemed like it could move, but I didn't want to risk it. He has been shown sometimes without the hood on, so I'll see if I can get it off. Or I don't, like I said, I don't want to tear the glue off. So it is what it is. He's got his cape. This cape is basically a reuse from the Hobgoblin, only molded purple. And yeah, so we've got a reused cape, Bucky cap body. I was pretty excited for the figure, and I guess you all know I'm disappointed. I'm going to try not to harp on it because we don't want this to become a whine fest, right? So anyway, taking a look at him head to toe, like I said, you see that. One arm is bare, showing his green skin, and then of course he's got the gloves, whereas he's got the other one is basically clothed in his blue costume, uniform, whatever you want to call it. He's got the gloves again. Going down, he's got a rags of some type of material wrapped around his right thigh. And then you go down, and then you've got his legs. You see with his boots that they're showing a wrapping. They've got some detail there, and of course he's got the feet. And that's basically it when it comes to that. As far as his articulation, Sleepwalker is on a ball hinge. He can look up that much, which is pretty decent considering he's got the hood and the cape that is impeding a little. He can look down that much. He can turn, side to side. 360 rotation. It'll get impeded a little bit by the cape, but you know how it is. As far as his arms, he can raise his shoulders up to 90. He can rotate shoulders 360. He's got a bicep swivel. You can get a 360 rotation there. Double jointed elbows. Of course, they're pinned because this is the buggy cap. He's got rotating wrist swivel and a hinge. He's got, as far as his ab articulation, he's got an ab crunch. He can go forward that much. He can go back that much despite the cape. And he's got waist articulation. Now, I gotta give props where props are due. When was the last time a bucky cap could do this? Crazy Van Damme splits right there. So, gotta give them some props on that one. He can lift his leg to about 90. Can go back somewhat like that. Pretty cool. He's got thigh rotation. He's got double jointed knees. He has a rotation at the top of his boot. He can point his toe forward that much. He can get it back that much. He's got a nice ankle pivot, and he has holes, peg holes, at the bottom of his feet. And here's Sleepwalker with his additional hands, his opened hands displayed. I've been neglectful in a lot of my recent videos. I've neglected to take height measurements, and I promise you that faux pas will be corrected, but not today. There is absolutely no reason to take a measurement of Sleepwalker. He's on the bucky cap. We all know what it is. Bucky cap is 6 inches, 6¼ inches tall. Sleepwalker might be slightly taller than that because of his hood, but like I said, it is what it is. He's 6¼ inches tall. He's on the bucky cap, and yeah, I've been saying bucky cap way too much in this review, and that's because I'm looking at it. Anyway, to sum it all up, bucky cap. We'll say it again. I haven't expressed any disappointments in any of my reviews yet. I know I'm new to this basically, but this is the first time I have to express genuine disappointment, because we're talking about a character that is of a large nature. He's a 7-footer, and he's got some beef to him as well. And we could have gotten any number of bucks outside of the 4 that I showed. We could have gotten the Grim Reaper body, which would have still been too small, but at least it would have been a little bit chunkier, you know. Yeah, the list goes on. We could have gotten the Sunfire body. It's just, once again, not the height wouldn't be there, but at least the buffness would have been there. But instead, we get the soon, hopefully, unless they change their mind, to be retired bucky cap mold on for this figure, and it's just disappointing. There's nothing more I can say. I mean, if you look at him just as a figure, Sleepwalker looks pretty good. It's accurate to how he was portrayed in the comic books, with the exception of the height and the beefiness. So I'm not going to keep going on, guys. You probably got tired of me riffing about this, and hopefully you stuck around and you rock with me. And if you have stuck around and you rock with me, thank you for rocking with me. Please remember to like, share, and despite all of my complaints today, go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. Please do. I'm trying to get to that 100 mark, which is you got to crawl before you can walk. So everybody else talks about milestones like getting 1,000, getting 20K, 40K, 50K, 100K, and beyond. I have to break that triple digit plateau first, so I'm trying to get to that 100. So please subscribe and smash the bell so you can be notified when I upload another video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.